And you want them to look at other
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, just look at her when you're talking.
Okay. Poe, when you first became active in the hip hop scene, what was the scene like? Like who was hot and what venues did y'all use?
Crazy. When I first started, I guess you could say, they used to do this penny beer thing up at Sula Corral. That's where I first started really just grabbing the mic and doing, they would do this, this booty shaking contest. You know, go figure. And I started hosting because one of the guys that was hosting the thing didn't come. So they was like, dude's good. You know what I'm saying? My man B, shout out to my man B. He was telling the owner, yeah, he's good. He does what he does. And then, so I started doing it, and I did it for almost a year and a half with a lot of them. And, you know, it just started from there. Then I started doing a lot of car shows. You know what I'm saying? And really just, at that point in time, I started kicking it with a couple of guys. And there used to be this thing that we used to do on a Wednesday at the Samurai. And it was like a freestyle MC battle type thing. This is where I met my man Shock B, my man Keys, Duo, Nemesis, my man PJ. You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, me and PJ became good friends just off the car scene, you know what I'm saying? And just doing all the different shows, and he would run a couple clubs. And basically that's how we became cool. And I met the guys through this whole little thing that we used to do, and I started hosting that for a while, and then I became full-time, you know, Culture Shock camp, and we rocked all over the place. Like, shout out to my man Shock B. He really took me to a lot of different places in the world, like crazy places. Like we would go and travel, and we would hit all these reservations around, you know, the United States. If y'all don't know what reservations are, it's where the indigenous people, you know what I'm saying, their land, the last of their land or what they have or whatever. So we would hit these different spots, and we would literally teach kids about hip hop. You know what I'm saying, the b-boy aspect of it all. That's when Nemesis was a b-boy, also a rapper b-boy. He could actually get out there and kind of move. But you know, time catches up to you, and you know, time caught up to my boy. So shout out to them. But yeah, we traveled like everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. The guys started getting really good at this battle stuff, like Duo, Keys, Nemesis. They was just killing everything. So we was going city to city, city to city, just doing different concerts, different shows, different battles and stuff like that. And it really just got really popular whenever we started going up against Texas a whole lot. We would travel down to Texas, and we would battle some of their guys down there. This is when I began trying to be I guess a rapper or something. Whatever. I was a rapper for.
You used to freestyle all the time.
All the time. All the time. I thought I was a rapper. But honestly, that wasn't my calling. But just watching them do what they did, kind of just being there through the whole thick and thin of it, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, a lot of stuff, time passed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody started moving different directions. So next thing you know, you got a situation where you got a lot of guys from different camps. Boom, boom, boom. You got guys from this camp, and you got guys from this camp, and everybody starts getting along and, you know, start working together. That's when Presidential Trap House was alive, and, you know what I'm saying, all these different artists that came from that era, like, you know what I'm saying, my man Young Star, you know what I'm saying, this is when he first started coming, the Deja Vu days. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if y'all don't know, shout out to my man DJ Eddie Brosco, my man DJ Hezekiah. They was the first real DJs to ever have a live mix show, you know what I'm saying? Besides the Super Friends. What was that, 97.9 back then, right? Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure I get it all right. But yeah, shout out to them guys, you know, Jackie C and all them, you know, much love to them guys. But we basically, you know what I'm saying, we was, at that point in time, we had different clubs here. We was doing the Wild Coconut down in Bricktown. Then we started doing Cancun's, you know what I'm saying, and that's when Cancun the O velocity started just tripping. It went crazy. We bring all these shows and stuff. So as soon as Deja Vu came, of course y'all know that, you know, for a lot of people that don't, you know, that's my man Mo Millions and them. They brought every single artist known to man that was famous at that point in time, or that was popular at that point in time. And I was blessed to kind of just spread my talents through that and just host a lot of them shows, all of them shows, different events that we host, Zoo-Ampa. And then I traveled the country with it too, you know. So it was a.
I don't think I can battle rap. It ain't my style. I don't like battle rap. Like when people be like, I'm about to go to a battle rap, I be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, but I done seen it on Smack TV. Like I seen it on YouTube. Like I used to watch it when I was in middle school.
That shit fun.
Yeah, it is. It is, because like sometimes people say stuff that don't. But to be from Texas, like we rhyme, you know what I'm saying? We laid back, we play, you know what I'm saying? Man, hold up, I done came down and rigged it. But you know, that type of shit. Then when you watch this, they be like, son, it's like Sirius Jones and Joey Jihad and all those people. Like, man, I seen this guy get knocked out. Bro, like,
And that's what
that
I'm
shit
talking
be
about,
funny
like,
as
recording
hell, but
artists.
that ain't for me.
It's
I
not
don't think I
niggas
can.
like us. Ask him. He know.
All right,
I'm not going to no rap battle.
let me specify what it really is.
Oh, but you can make songs too, though.
Battle rapping is an art. It's a certain type of craft. You know what I'm saying? Like not just no regular artist can battle rap. It takes a lot of keen sense. It takes a lot of wit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be kind of you got to at that point in time know what you got to say at that point in time. Well, anyways, when it comes to confidence is everything in your craft. You know what I'm saying? And in battle rapping, the craft is to break your confidence, to get you out of your, you know what I'm saying, get you out of your mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, to get under your skin enough to where you're fuck up. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spit to you so hard that it's gonna hurt you in your heart. And that's an art. that's an art.
That's an ass whooping.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For a regular person, that would be an ass whooping, but you know that's why you to be belittled in that certain way and still come back with that same type of energy, that same type of to come back at you just like you came at me. It's like for real fighting with words. It's crazy, and not many people do that type of shit. Like you have different types of rap, just like Oklahoma, it's such a melting pot because it's different type of music here. But what's funny is that we're so close to each other. We're personal in Oklahoma. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows who's doing the backpack rap. Everybody knows who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? We only fuck with each other from afar. You know what I'm saying? We'll support each other in a sense of I'll support you from way over here. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like if we support each other as a whole, it'll probably be a lot better. But you know, I've always preached that. Let's unite. But music is music, and it's gonna have its own translation. Every music has its own translation. Some music can't evolve with some music, but then you got sometimes that you can put this music together and it sounds so beautiful. Like what's going on? It's a mindset, I guess. It's a mindset in Oklahoma that who's gonna be the first? Who's gonna be the first? Instead of let's all be great together. I want to be great first. I want to be the one to put on for the city. I want to be the one that did this. I want to be the. And instead of you lose focus on putting on for your city, because if you're putting on for your city, then you shouldn't matter.
That's
because you're putting on for your city.
Yeah. That's
Speaking of like the family, are there like Mexican rappers on the South Side that have a whole scene that we're not a part of?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to my man Young and my man N7, my man Costolin, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them guys that's actually pushing work down there. The DSM, my man, you know what I'm saying, Rilla, my man K1, you know what I'm saying? Like these Hispanic rappers that actually been putting in work in Oklahoma for a good minute now. You got the young guys who I spoke up on first, keep grinding ENT.
R.I.P.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Two
Yeah,
Throat.
Two Throat. You know what I'm saying? To be real familiar, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Two Throat. He was one of the stepping stones out here that actually put on for the Latinos and put on for that whole Hispanic culture. You know what I'm saying? Kind of put a bigger picture when it came down to it. There's still a lot of other guys who put on for that, but he actually put it to the view. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still got all the older guys, the OGs that's been putting in work, Pistola, all them guys that put in before anybody did. You know, shout out to them, because they're the ones who planted the seed.
No, that go that way. Yeah, go that way.
This one go that way. Then you got the guys, the you know what I'm saying, the fly ass Mexicans. You know what I'm saying, like man Smiley and all them. Like, it's a deep rooted culture here. You know what I'm saying? Then now you got the young guys. These young guys is getting plays after plays after plays. They getting features after features after features. Mode 3, Tech, and Main Music. You know what I'm saying? They working on a feature right now with a couple other artists that I'm working on. So it's just crazy because the work ethic that they got. They're in the studio every day because the studio's at their house. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And they're making music left to right, making music left to right. And they're not trying to be singleized as Latin rap. They want to be hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be known as the Latin rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, we rap just like y'all, if not better. You see what I'm saying? And
Why
that's
is it
just real.
segregated? Like, why aren't we all doing stuff together?
It all depends on who you with is. I do music with them.
Yeah.
We got music together. I tap in with everybody. I ain't too big. I see stuff that other people don't see coming from a bigger city. That's my. I just see, like, I seen niggas work together and see, you know what I'm saying, what can come out of it. Everybody here, to me, is always they want to step up. They don't want to do music with each other because they think that this person gonna take my fans. But that's the purpose of working together. Like, for instance, I see people talk about Atlanta all the time. Atlanta do this, Atlanta do that. They got the same problems that we have here. You know what I'm saying? It's just the artist that's on or that's somebody, they still in the mix. They still mess around with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the older artists, they fuck around, but they not social media presence. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with Nitro, and they don't really fuck with Instagram and all that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's new. So they get caught up by seeing the perception, not really getting out there working with other artists and seeing what's going on, what's making sense, not putting two and two together. They just want to see, they want motherfuckers to just support them off the muscle, but they don't want to get no support. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I support everybody who's doing it, whether it's good, whether it's not. Just cause shit, your craft is your craft. It's somebody that out here that may like it, and it just may be a lot of people who fuck with that I may not fuck with it, but I'ma still support you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Cause support go a long way, just to keep it funky. For me, that's how I think. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really on no selfish shit though, like, or just worried about me. But yeah, I tap in with the essays for shit show. Cause hey, one thing I know, two things for sure: they gonna support, they gonna pull up. You can't get your own people to pull up and support you, but they'll shake your hand quicker.
Yo, shout out to my young bull, man, my man Angel Herrera, you know what I'm saying? A little young kid I met, you know what I'm saying, through a program at a US Grant, you know what I'm saying? And now he's hustling. He's out here working. And he wants to be known as an artist, not as a Hispanic artist. And that's the thing about this music now. Like the music is, like you said, is so segregated. Because the mindset that we put on ourselves, we can't go fuck with them, because they're a different color. You know what I'm saying? And it really just, and I hate to say it, but it really comes from the black and white thing. Like, people don't want to fuck with him because he's white, or I don't want to fuck with him because he's black. Like that right there, it gets so deep rooted that it even becomes into our own minorities. Like, I don't want to fuck with him because he's Mexican. I don't want to fuck with him because he's Asian. And you just and one thing that you forget, that talent don't have no color. It never has. You could be great. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what male species you are, female, male, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're great, you're great. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna outshine everything. Outshine all the people that are gonna say that you're not. So it's a lot of artists out there that can actually say that that I've helped them in one way or another. One way or another. Whether it's me helping them with their music, whether it's me helping them on helping them how to perform on some things. Artist development is everything. And as older, more seasoned vets in the game, we should teach these younger guys how to go out there and put a show. But you know what I'm saying? It is funny because a lot of these guys don't want to see you be great. It's a competition. Instead of why do we all have to race each other? Why can't it just be a marathon? You know what I mean? And not all of us just get there when we get there. Let's all help each other get there. That's what it's all about.
They don't want to see the next person eat.
Man.
I guarantee you can do this right here. I guarantee it's gonna happen. Everybody gonna sit here and say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, it ain't nothing for people to work together. It ain't nothing for us to work together. It just ain't happen. Why? Because people be too stuck on themselves. Like, get out your comfort zone. Like, if you comfortable, that mean you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing shit right. You supposed to be uncomfortable doing this shit. Like, it's sometimes where I'm comfortable and I be like, man, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, just going
Still
with
time
emotions.
is the time of the devil.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when he comes. That's when he manipulates you to try to feel something else. That's why you have to stay motivated in your mind, stay motivated in action. Like, this is one thing that I tell artists all the time. It don't stop. It don't stop. One thing I've always admired about these two artists is the reason why these two artists is still relevant to the. He just started. The reason why this guy is so relevant to the game because he hasn't stopped. You see what I'm saying? He still continues to put out music after music after music after music. Even 8 years after, we're what 8 years into Sav Squad when it came. You know what I'm saying?
8 years since the first CD.
Just 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Since Sav Squad. So you could basically say I've been in this game almost 20, if you could say it. Just seeing it from different genres and seeing it from growing into what it is now to all these power DJs and power artists that are actually working. Like,
I know when we were talking to Vince, State Gang Vince, he was talking about your song Trap Bunkin', and he felt like people should have got behind it more and it should have went further.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I mean, how I feel about the song is I'm on the fence with it. It takes two. You know what I'm saying? There was two people on the song. You feel me? And when there's two people on the song, you both gotta be, you know, kind of adamant and active on that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like Westbrook was a better record.
yeah, like Westbrook too. At the same time, which was what, a year before that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the new shit I got now, it's mostly by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm gonna make sure that, you know, all areas are covered as far as video. You know, that shit costs money and this shit ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what that is. You know, that's where I'm at on the standpoint. You know, songs get made every day. Every day. So,
With Des, with you, I know you from Houston,
Mm-hmm.
so like when I think of Houston rap, I think of like Lil Keke and like, I guess like the Swisher House, like
Rick Shop,
yeah.
SUC.
So I think of them like every artist. I think that they were all together somehow, like a family. Do you think that is what we need, like a unity, like a family type thing?
I mean, it was two different sides of town too, though. Like SUC was more so like South Side. You know what I'm saying? Swisher House was more like North Side. You know what I'm saying? But shit, really, I wouldn't say more. People gonna click with who they click with. I think it's just more so about motherfuckers putting they big ass prides and egos to the side and really standing behind something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them motherfuckers used to put out collab tapes, you know what I'm saying? Collab tapes with the whole team. it be Soufwessdes, and you put Soufwessdes or SUC, you getting goddamn ESG on there. You got goddamn Big Pokey, Big Mo, Big Hawk. You know what I'm saying? You got all these motherfucking people that you hearing about. You like so now, but everybody standing behind each other. So if motherfuckers came together and put out a tape, that might help. You know what I'm saying? Or cause then Soufwessdes did it on their side. You know what I'm saying? SUC did it on their side, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But niggas work together too, though. You know, if niggas here work together, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say you need to have like a clique or, bro, if people just work together and just stand behind what they feel like is a good record or a good song, then everybody else gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? If I put out music and they don't fuck with it, then I'm really not gonna fuck with it because it's like shit, ain't no point. Because if they not gonna push it, I can push my music all day by myself, but motherfucker gonna get tired of me. You know what I'm saying? They may listen to it off the strength of him posting it. They gonna listen to it off the strength of him posting it. Off the strength of you. You know what I'm saying? That's how your shit grow. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find whatever it is that everybody can relate to. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying, put out and go. But if everybody stood behind each other's music, you know what I'm saying, and kept it funky with each other, and was like, hey, bro, nah, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, or because it's just the opinion. You're going to do whatever you want to do as a man or a woman, whatever, with your music. But if people stand behind and say, hey, bro, I think, you know what I'm saying, nah, that ain't the record. And be able to take constructive criticism. Like, some people can't take criticism. You know what I'm saying? From friends, especially from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, if somebody say something bad about somebody and say, I don't like your song, oh, you a hater. Nah, I don't like that song. I didn't say I didn't like you. You feel me? I'm not saying, hey, I seen you wear those jeans yesterday and you got them on today. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, doing you like that. I'm not hating on it. If I don't like a record, I don't like a record. You're not going to like every song I put out.
It ain't your homie if he don't tell you he don't like your shit.
You know
every artist
That's
right
all
now,
Yeah.
I'm speaking to all y'all artists. Y'all got this thing. Even y'all DJs. It's a lot of y'all DJs and a lot of y'all artists that walk around here with the big ass head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
And then y'all want to ask why Oklahoma music don't make it as far as they do. I've seen a lot of markets kind of broaden their horizon, how they open up to different situations. Like, everybody's not trying to open up to this weirdo situations that are going on, all these gay influence situations that are going on. Regardless of what's said and done, if you're making good music, you should just support it. It don't matter if he's gay, it don't matter if they're not. Whatever the fuck it is, if it's good music, you support it. That's always been my thing. Like, if we really want to come together, then we need to just step up out that ego bullshit and really come together and see what each other can do for each other. It's always from artists and DJs. And this is happening everywhere. It's not just happening in Oklahoma City. We just came back from Kansas and we did a Meet the DJs in Kansas. And it's the same problem there. Artists don't tend to fucking relate with the DJs no more. Why? Because we got all these different platforms of music spots like fucking SoundCloud that kind of just killed the DJs. Yeah, I said it. It killed them. Because nobody needs to go to a DJ no more. They just can go to SoundCloud and go listen to the hottest next thing. You see what I'm saying? So what do DJs do? We find a different way to make money besides us DJing in these clubs. We become promoters. We become this. We become that. We're investors here. We're investors there. You know what I'm saying? It just don't stop. The social media has made the game lazy. Motherfuckers feel like they don't need to be out here touching the people, getting to know them. They feel like as long as you know me and you like my shit 100,000 times, I'm popular enough, which is honestly true. It's as clear as day. If you don't have no social media presence, you don't have shit. You don't have shit. You have to have some type of platform. They're listening to this music some way. The DJ ain't giving them to it no more.
What do you think about the radio, specifically the local radio station? Like, do you feel like they're doing enough to be the hip hop radio station in Oklahoma City?
I might get ridiculed for this, but I mean, you do want the documentary. I've always had a respectful relationship with 103.5. I've dealt with them for many years because of DJ Eddie Brosco and, you know, the Quan Megas and the DJ Hezekiahs, them guys, when they was there, I was there with them. You know what I'm saying? And them was my brothers. Them was the guys who basically taught me how to be who I am. So it's always, I've always seen it. Like, honestly, I've always seen a separation, and it was always a certain way to deal with the radio station. You had to deal with them a certain way. You had to build a relationship with KP and them. You had to build some type for them to kind of just give you some push. Now, they're actually taking recognition to a lot of Oklahoma artists, which is dope as hell. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my man Mike at 104.9. You know what I'm saying? He's been putting a big light on artists for a while now, putting them on the morning shows, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just supporting their movements and whatever they got going on. It's so dope right now, you know what I'm saying? Because it's actually getting some type of recognition, like the Oklahoma music is actually starting to get some type of notoriety. And I'm just blessed that I'm still alive to see it. It's dope. It's super dope.
I know, like New York, like Hot 97 has the festival or whatever, I can't think of the name of it. Would they have all something like that here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're she's in Atlanta.
I think it'll work, but I don't think people will come out.
And why do you think people won't come out?
Well,
Lack of support. Lack
Yeah.
of community support. Because everybody wants to scream out this, DJs don't support the artists don't support the DJs, but honestly, is it really us that need to be supported? Or, is it us that need to be supporting each other, or is it the community that needs to be supporting us? You gotta think about it like that.
I think that the people who influence the city the most don't do enough support. Just to be truthfully honest. Because, you know, the city gonna come out to what the city gonna come out to, and they gonna represent who they represent. I think that some of the people can do more, but at the same time, you got to think, in their standpoint, I worked my ass to get off here too. Ain't nobody gave me no handout, so that's the mindset for everybody. Ain't nobody gave me shit. I work for everything that I got, which I think everybody that's standing on their 10 toes gonna say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But it does come a point to where it's just like, all right, just like you working, they working too. So, you know what I'm saying? That hand that you can help. You know what I'm saying? It can take that situation and make it bigger. Like,
basically, if you see somebody climbing,
Yeah.
don't try to hang on. Like, help them up. When they get there, they gonna pull you up.
yeah, like no. 'Cause for me personally, I don't have a problem with. I don't want to be the big artist. I'll be the one to make it first. That shit don't matter to me. If it's an artist that got the potential, that got everything they need, push that nigga. Push him. I don't understand why not. Everybody, well, I want to be the first. I want to be the first. But sometimes the first is the biggest dumbass. That's the one that take the fucked up situation. You know, everybody, I'm gonna do it independent, but I guarantee when that deal come knocking, they gonna jump on it because they gonna be like, oh, I'm the face of Oklahoma. But shit, you really putting yourself in a position to just be a donkey. You know what I'm saying? An ass. Like, it may take longer, but fuck, do the independent route if you really want to make some money. But it's hard. Like I said, for me, I know it's gonna be hard for me to kind of really break here. But then it's double sided though, because I'm not necessarily from Oklahoma City, so I'm not from one of the hoods, or I done grew up with all of these people. So you know, it's gonna take, But me not knowing them, they may gradually fuck with me more because they don't have a backstory to me. You know what I'm saying? They may be like, oh, I'll fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga that they been knowing their whole life, who maybe was a bum or maybe was lame, but now doing music, now they still looking at him as you just this lame person, but his music actually kind of cool, or whatever the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? So that's both sides of it for me. That's how I look at shit.
To any artist out there that's doing music, if you're not moving outside of your city, then you're not doing your job.
Yeah, why I'm
Plain and
here.
simple. You have to move around.
Get in a car or get on a plane.
You
Or
have to
bus.
move around. You have to be. You have to find some type of recognition
Possible.
somewhere else besides your city. You know what I'm saying? Recognition is the cornerstone of power. You have to understand that. So they have to know who you are from the beginning, in order for them to fool with you. That's the part about Oklahoma that I'm really confused about. As much the recognition as the artists are getting, we're not getting the same support back from the consumer. Because that's what it's going to take. It's not the DJs and the artists that's fucking with each other. We need the consumer. We need that person that's going to actually put forth behind the person. Like, support the person and be like, yeah, I like his music. Let me play it. Let me stream it. Let me do this. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the beautiful thing about this. If you really support this, it's not hard for you to stream an artist. You got internet. You know what I'm saying? You can find them. Stream their song. Every time it's played, you know what I'm saying? It gets a stream. And that's support itself. Like, play their song once a day. You know what I'm saying? That's 30 times a month. You know what I'm saying? 31 times a month. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So
DJs do gotta spend it though.
Of course. I mean, that's another conversation, because at the same time too, like,
I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying DJs gotta spend it. Like, for the shit to come together as a whole, every part of the chain link gotta be strong. You need the DJ, you need the artist, you need the community, you need the support. Now, in which order? You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to figure out. Who do you need to attack? Like, if you get the DJ first, though, I think, you know what I'm saying, it'll help with the community, because they come into that club because of that DJ. So if he playing it, that means he fuck with it. So in their eyes, they like, okay, well, I'm going to fuck with it, or where can I get it from? But
it's as easy as that.
it's 100% money.
100%. 110% money.
I think that's another reason why too. Ain't really nobody made it just yet. Is niggas really ain't got the bag like they think they do. It ain't really just no big. Another thing for the street niggas too. Like, it ain't really just no solidified, just big time dope dealer to put some money behind an artist. Oklahoma's just not that city. And if it is, somebody done probably already told on them, or they already indicted. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, not even that. You know what? Why not some of y'all legal people out there, you know what I'm saying, invest in some of these great artists that are out here. Like, that's what it's going to take, because y'all know 80% of these artists out here don't have the budget to do it.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they haven't made it nowhere.
Yeah.
You asked that question, why haven't we made it that
They
far?
ain't got the
Because a lot of these 85% of these artists can't exactly 85% of these artists can't afford a person to work them, to work their public relations. You know what I'm saying? To work their, you know what I'm saying, just to work their media aspect. Or, you know what I'm saying, like you need a PR.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? You need a publicist. You need somebody that's going to work you.
Everybody want to get paid. Even the DJ that spent for $72, he want to get paid. The DJ that spent for $1,000 a night, he want to get paid. So now you like, shit, everybody want to get paid. I ain't got money to pay for the goddamn record itself. That's why I got the beat off of YouTube. So now you run into those problems. That's why I buy all my beats and shit.
Got to. In bulk.
In bulk.
You think
I got a
Oklahoma has the
shitload of
sound?
beats.
Does
Hell yeah.
Oklahoma have a sound?
Like everybody else, I mean, shit, it all depends. It depends on what you consider different. I hear people that sound like they from the West Coast here.
Yeah, there's
It's
like a
milk
big
pot.
I like, this
Yeah,
is the
that's
beautiful
exactly-
thing about
It's a
Oklahoma,
melting
is that
pot.
we don't have a significant sound. We sound like everything. Like literally
Right in the
everything.
middle of everything.
Because we're the melting pot of the United States of America. Like literally, we have one of the biggest military airports in the world. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest armories in the world. You know what I'm saying? Right down the street from us. And we got people, thousands and thousands of different races in this Oklahoma. You see what I'm saying? So you got different people that come from New York, from Cali, from down south, from up north. You got people from everywhere. So you don't get a significant sound. You get good music. It sounds real good. It sounds really, really good. And there's no pinpoint to it. Like, you can't pinpoint us southern, you can't pinpoint us to the west, you can't pinpoint us to some up north. We just don't we know we don't relate to just the one situation. We have our music is broad and, you know what I'm saying, it's way bigger than just West Coast, East Coast, down south. Does that make sense? It's way bigger.
What about within the city? Like, if I'm on Spencer, Midwest City, am I rapping about something different than the people from the north side? Or is it just...
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
Of course. You
More
got
than
different
likely.
different sides of lifestyles. You talk about people from Spencer, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to remember where Spencer's at. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but just fields and country, you know what I'm saying? Like, Spencer is just, it's fields and country, you know what I'm saying? And what do they do out there, you know what I'm saying? They crop stuff, they do stuff, they do, you know what I'm saying? They live a certain type of way out there compared to 122nd and Penn. That's mid-dead city, Oklahoma City. You know what I'm saying? That's the dead-ass middle of the hood. Like, I'm not going to say the hood, but let me not sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like they just didn't find a dead body over there the other day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. So it's two whole different sides, just like Oklahoma, just like the South Side. It's a whole different lifestyle. Three whole different ways of living. They don't live like the South Side niggas. The South Side motherfuckers don't live like the Spencer motherfuckers. The North Side niggas don't live like neither one of them. And the East Side motherfuckers stand out by themselves. You see what I'm saying? We can't forget about the West Side people. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody's got a certain way of living. That's why you just can't pinpoint a certain type of, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I mean? It's the beautiful thing about Oklahoma, man. It's so, you know what I mean?
What's y'all's perspective of the female presence on the scene?
Nobody supports it like that. I mean, not saying that in a bad way. People don't really, you know. People should pay attention to it more. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of females, like, it's been like that for a while, though. Like, you know, from shit, 18 years ago with the female presence of rappers here, it's just been...
We haven't really just had a big presence besides the females that have been working. Like, Lady Ace was one of the first real just female artists that was actually out here burning like a real artist. You know what I'm saying? And then you had Michi and all them that came. You had who else? Like, it's so many people. Lyrical Kids, Honeysickle. You know what I'm saying? Like Joella. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these different artists, female artists that could have went further, but it wasn't no support. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, even now with, like, even Millie Mesh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love her. She's one of my favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like she should be up here with her peers, you know what I'm saying? Because she's been putting in work. I'm just waiting for her to drop that one solid one to just laugh in everybody's face and be like, ha! I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all. And I believe it's coming real soon. Like, she's just been too focused.
Do you think Millie or any female needs like a male cosign? Like, maybe like how Bad Boy had Lil' Kim and Trick Daddy Trina? Do you think that's needed, or do you think she could stand alone like a Cardi B or?
Cardi B ain't standing alone.
I just look that way.
Nah, you gotta remember, Cardi B is got a machine behind her.
Sure do.
She got a machine behind her. She's always had.
Man.
From Swift and them to now Offset. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta remember that she's got it. Like, this is one thing. You are in a male-dominated world. So, of course, you have to figure out how to work yourself in a male-dominated world. You know what I'm saying? You have to get the most dominated man to work for you. It's as easy as that. That's the reason why the Trick Daddies and the Biggie Smalls and the, you know what I'm saying, the certain artists that did that, you know what I'm saying, that had them females to put them on them platforms, down to Yo-Yo, Michelle A, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all had that one physical dominant man that Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? These bigger than life, artists to help them just there. Let me put you on the platform. It's just like a king praising his queen. Like, y'all praise her with me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that a woman can't do it without it, because it's a lot of women that have done it. You know what I'm saying? Just like Joe Crack had.
If you can, what are your top 5 rappers in Oklahoma City? Without naming anybody on the couch.
Dylon.
Chopper.
And Chopper. Don't forget you. Gotta really
Is the
think
camera rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Yeah, Vince, for sure.
Stay
my
gang,
nigga
Vince.
been putting it down for a while. You know what I'm saying? For years.
I fuck with King Grind and ENT. I ain't just gonna single one of them out. I fuck with
whole
Young
squad,
and
yeah, all of
Castle.
them.
The whole squad.
That's 2. Man, really, I fuck with Tony D, OG Tony D. I fuck with Tony D.
Man, fuck that, bro. I don't have a 5. Shout out to Josh Lee, JB, Josh, who else? Grand National, super dope. Shout out to
Duo.
the Sick, you know what I'm saying? The Fly Child. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the young cats coming up.
Shout out Continental
Jew
Cud.
Poppy,
I fuck
shout
with
out,
Continental Cud. Tough. You know
Who
what
else?
I'm saying? Mouthpiece, he go by Brooks now. You know what I'm saying? He been putting it down for a while.
GQ,
Too. He got some shit.
NGE, NYMG. Who else? A couple. Jedediah, Jody, LaTroy. Who else? Fucking.
It's hard to just do a top 5.
Man, there's no top 5. There's no
It's
top
hard,
5.
for real.
I don't have a top 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I like all these artists.
Especially with all the people making lists and shit.
I feel like
the
I'm
top
missing a whole
20.
lot, bro. It's like a whole lot of them, bro. Like a whole lot of them. Millie, she's one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Who else out there really just grinding hard? Ray Sav. Who else?
Should've did the top 5.
How can you just do a top 5?
Cause she asked for a top 5. I mean, it's not like you being biased. That's just who you.
I don't have a top 5. I just can't do a top 5. Nitro.
But you've been in the game a long time.
I have.
This
So
is
that's why
probably a
you can't.
question for him.
You can't do
We
it.
as artists, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you got to remember, I've been in this game for so long. I haven't talked like the Polos. You know what I'm saying?
That's
The guys
like-
like that.
Jay French, you
You
know what I'm saying?
Jay French. You know what I'm saying? All these guys.
Who
You know what I'm
else?
saying? Jay Sparks. Who else? You know what I'm saying? The whole Gorilla Breed. All of them. You know what I'm saying? Sativa Prophets. You know what I'm saying? We forget all of them. Original Flow. Like, what? Fresh. You know what I'm saying? But Trap the General. A-Star the Boss.
You know what I'm saying?
David Puffin and Dow.
That's why I
Cuddy.
asked,
Young
like, you
Cuddy.
want Tulsa,
Tulsa, you know what I'm saying? Love.
It's all kind of
R.I.P.
shit.
Fousey, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Tune Gang to my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can keep going. Like, it's so much music, it's so many artists in Oklahoma that you just can't just pinpoint one. Like, you can't. It's too hard. You know what I'm saying? Fuck cancer, man. R.I.P. my nigga, bro. Fousey, bro. You ain't never gonna be forgotten. Trust me, my nigga. As long as I'm alive, my nigga, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like, we lost a lot of soldiers in this game to this shit. My nigga Young Fool, one of the first who ever just did it like him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Young Savage.
you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Young Savage, Sad Squad. You know what I'm saying? That's what we represent. We represent for real, man. For the artists that really just put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Guys before us. Like, that's one thing about me is that, yeah, I hold a lot of history because I was there. I walked with a lot of these guys. Literally walked with them. Did music with them, worked with them some way. That's as easy as that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna turn us into some batteries.
Did y'all work with Spider, the white musician?
Of course.
What was, for people that never got to work with him, what was he like?
Who was it?
He was a genius on the beats, for one.
I know he did the ciphers.
Yep.
Spider, he
He
passed
passed
away.
away. Mhm.
Listen,
He shot video. He shot a video for me. You know what I'm saying? One of my first videos I put out.
Spider, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Liquid was with him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
shout out to my man Liquid, you know what I'm saying, the whole Soufwessdes. You know what I'm saying? We lost a real big piece of music when Spider passed. Because he helped keep a lot of the Oklahoma community together, in a sense, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of them artists, you know what I'm saying. A lot of them would go to record with him or would get production from Spider because he's such a genius with the keys. Like, he knew how to make music off the keys. There wasn't no Fruit Loops. He did actual sit there and, you know, actually bang the keys like I'm not gonna say like a real producer, but a real musician. That's why he called himself the wise musician. He was a genius. If you ever seen him work, like even Pimp C, watching him work, like for a guy like Pimp C, like me sitting there watching Pimp C tell this man that he's a great musician. Like, what? You know what I mean? And it's crazy because we lost that. Like, we lost that. And it took a piece of everybody's heart, I think, when Spider left. You know, it was big. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You just counted out like 10 people that I thought I was going to have to interview.
Like, you was just like, damn, I forgot about
I
that
told
person.
you.
And he still didn't even
I
name
told you.
people. Like, he didn't say nothing about Chief Peace. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of other people
Whole
he could have
bunch of
said
other
something
people.
about.
Damn, I feel bad because I didn't say nothing about my little nigga.
You know
man.
what? That happens.
That's crazy.
These interviews are planned. You know what I'm saying? It's right off the
That's what I'm
block.
saying. Like,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
should have gave 5, because then it's like almost like you're biased. Like, it's not even that you being biased. It's just like, shit, those are the 5 that came to my head. Like, nigga, the list could really go on and on. But it's just like,
I feel like I miss people, bro.
you know you miss people.
I miss the
That's
whole
why
lot.
you shouldn't have went on to name everybody, because once you start naming all of them, the ones you definitely miss gonna be salty. Then you at least had an excuse to say, hey, well, she said 5. You heard her say 5. I can't name all of y'all. Then somebody gonna be salty. Man, you gonna say you can't name 5. You name everybody but me. I thought you fuck with me, Poe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other female artist, hip hop artist that's out here rapping right now.
Right now, like putting shit out.
Yeah,
It ain't too many.
you know what I'm
It
saying?
ain't nobody.
It ain't really nobody.
I mean, you
So
can name people who rap like Angel Fresh, Lyrical Kiss, Honeysickle,
They don't rap
Joella,
no
but they
more.
don't really be.
Odessa, don't you?
That's what I'm saying. There's so many.
My motherfucker, I fuck with her the long way.
So that's what I'm
I
saying.
love
like,
her. I love her
really?
stage presence. She's so awkward.
She is, but so it works.
Everybody,
She's so adorable.
Everybody
Like, you
that
gotta
you
love her.
interviewed damn near probably said Millie, because she the most talked
That's
about
it. Right.
right now. No,
What
so
about is it still camera still rolling?
you know what I'm
Barbie,
saying?
you know what I'm saying? The Barbie chick.
That's the third
You
time
know
I
what I'm
heard
saying?
Barbie.
Another reason why I don't. Well, not a reason why, but another thing with Melly, like with the females that's popping now, Melly she don't really compare to that. That's not her lane. You know what I'm saying? Like Asia Doll, the Cuban Doll, the Molly Brazy. They talking about choppers and shit. They talking about shooting your fucking face off. You know what I'm saying? Baking the nigga like a hot pocket and shit.
The shit, the freestyle shit.
Yeah,
Tokyo,
the
yeah.
freestyle
Say when they
shit.
freestyle.
Tokyo,
You know what I'm saying?
She
Like-
go hard.
Like
Tokyo
she,
go hard.
She just she would be like in the lane of like a J. Cole or a hip hop.
Ooh.
And it's not enough room for a lot of those. That's the thing.
Millie? Think about Millie?
She would be in the lane of hip hop right now. Like, it's a lot of trap rap and freestyling with these females. You know what I'm saying? With artists like Millie, like it's not room for many of those. When you have who you have, it's not enough room for a lot of J. Cole's. It's not enough room for a lot of Kendrick Lamar's. But you can have 150,000 trap artists though.
Millie,
You know what I'm saying? She's just
Millie
like,
needs to find the right publicist, and she will blow.
I tell it, anybody can make it with music. You know what I'm saying? If the people stand behind it, You know what I'm saying? The people stand behind it. Anybody can blow up and be big, but it's only enough room for so many people
People
to do.
gotta stand behind it.
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
That's the question. When the people
Again,
stand behind it,
but
that's when it,
they
that's
don't
when it
want
makes sense.
150 J. Cole's. They want 150 Gucci's though.
What as men, what do y'all like to hear from female rappers?
I mean, I'm nasty, so it all
Yeah.
depends. Like, that's what's gonna go though. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
want to hear more like female singers though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I like.
Not rappers, because
Yeah.
it's enough rappers. It's enough as far as men go. You know what I'm saying? So
I like women like SZA, Janae Aiko.
Yeah,
I really love Deja Loaf though. I fuck with her swag, her style. I fuck with all
I
of
had the
that.
biggest crush on her for years.
I fuck with like women like Deja Loaf, but you see Deja Loaf not as big as she could be. You got to think about all of this shit that go into it. That's why you can have 150 fucking Gucci Manes, trap artists, and you can't have 100 Drakes and 100 Kendrick Lamars. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense, right? Your music gonna break if it's trap, cause you can take it straight to the strip club, and they gonna keep playing it, cause guess what? It's making niggas spend money. You can't take that to the strip club and get them to just keep spending money like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a method to all of this shit.
It's a method to my madness.
It's a method to it, but that's why you can't have too many of those people and not enough. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the industry, because it's whack. It's a whack little motherfucker. That's why I try to do this shit myself with me and my niggas, me and my team. You know what I'm saying? If y'all watching this and y'all an investor, holla at me. I got what you need. I got the recipe. I got the ingredients to what you need.
got 5 on it.
Hey, shit, he got 5, I got 5.
Keep working. You know, don't stop. Don't stop at all. 'Cause
Gotta
at
keep
the end of the day, everything's a piece of history anyway.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
sure,
saying?
sure.
Music is timeless.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, for everybody that's out there that's doing music in Oklahoma, find your support system. Cherish them, appreciate them, lock them down, because that's what it's going to take for any artist to push up out of Oklahoma. It's going to take a support system. Like, y'all consumers, you know what I'm saying? All y'all people out there that say y'all support these guys, really support them. Go stream their music. Go support them in some way or another. Buy a tape. Buy a fucking song off the fucking iTunes, whatever. Support them for real. Don't just say that y'all do. Because that's the problem. We don't have a support system in Oklahoma. We can make some of the greatest music in the world, but y'all don't support it. So where are we gonna go? That's why I say you gotta move away from your city in order to make it. Because your own city don't wanna fucking support you. Yeah, and I said it. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day before I die, I can see Oklahoma really supporting each other. That'd be so fucking awesome. I'd die a happy man. If I could see Oklahoma supporting each other like they supposed to, I would die a happy man. I wouldn't even have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I've worked for years has finally came true. Thank you, Oklahoma, thank you. But till then, you know what I'm saying, wishful thinking, like a hopeless romantic, you know what I'm saying? Just waiting for her to fall in love, pretty much, you know?
You got a picture of them on the couch?
He came to the source.
We the sidekicks right
I was just sitting like, yeah. And you know what? Another thing. You know, we can take it all the way back when Cadillac was riding in the shack. You hear me?
With 4 flags.
Yeah.
No more.
Hey, I swear, because he know everybody.